256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock Point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rock
Hey,
Point.
discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rock Point. Rock Point.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
If you became a member of parliament, what would you want to do for your people?
I would first and foremost construct hospitals in my home district.
I would fight sexual immorality among my people.
I would fight corruption.
I would fight against child abuse.
Learn the roles of your member of parliament. One of the roles of your MP, as provided by Article 79, Section 1 of the Constitution, is to suggest laws. An MP is supposed to consider, refine, and vote on anything in Parliament before it becomes a law. Listen to Rock Point 256 and learn what the Constitution says about this.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you. Rock Point 256.
How grateful we are that you have again joined us today for Uganda's best radio serial drama, Rock Point 256. If you have been following, Dewo is doing everything to make sure that he gives away his 15-year-old daughter to a rich suitor. Mama Sam found out that her husband Peter has a girlfriend called Mega, and that the late Guma's family is having property wrangles. Today, we'll be looking at the lives of these and many other people in Rock Point this season. Let's listen to episode 386. But before we do, let's have a brief recap of episode 385.
Blasio and John tease Peter that the reason he's complaining about money is because he has Mega and his family to spend it on.
You will soon pay me off, and then you can start enjoying the profits of your sweet Peter.
I know Peter's problem.
What is Peter's problem? Are you Peter? How do you know Peter's problem?
I see what I see. You can't hold on to money. Your wife demands from one side, and your side dish, Mega, demands from the other side.
Mama Sam is suspicious about Peter's late coming and the fact that he brings home only one fish for the family.
Why only one fish? You always bring home 3 fish. Where are the other 2?
There were no other 2. The catch wasn't good.
Are you sure? I thought there's lots of fish this season.
Yes, but sometimes you don't catch them that easily. And besides, the water levels are dropping. There are a few. Actually, we had to sell almost the whole catch.
And now, on Rock Point 256, episode 386.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
Just a minute. Let me sign off this last batch of documents.
It's okay, sir.
I cannot believe you made me waste all that money on your drama club, Pamela.
I am sorry, headmaster.
It is like I just paid for you to go and embarrass the school. What happened?
Sir, it's because the lead actress Damali was not there.
Not there? Why not? What was wrong with her?
Her father had beaten her up so badly she had a swollen face and she just didn't turn up.
Maybe you shouldn't have gone altogether, Pamela.
What was I supposed to tell the parents who had looked for some money for their children to go?
But what was the point? The parents ended up disappointed. I am disappointed. You let the school down.
Headmaster, sir, it wasn't my fault Damali didn't pitch up.
I used the money from the teachers' allowances to pay for your drama club to go to this competition.
I know, headmaster. I am also very disappointed.
Why didn't you prepare better?
We had prepared, but Damali dropped out at the last moment.
I do not believe that. You knew she was a problem child. You even came into my office to talk about it.
And I thought you might speak to her father Deo about it, headmaster.
Let me hope you're not blaming me for your failure at the MDD competition.
I am just saying that maybe talking to Deo would have arrested the situation early enough for us not to lose the competition.
But sometimes I wonder whether you think through things before blurting them out.
I wanted you to speak to Damali's father, sir, before he beat her up.
So her injuries are now my fault also?
I am not saying that, sir, but things are very serious. I am disappointed we didn't win anything at the MDD competition. But now my main worry is about Damali herself.
And?
Maybe you should report Deo to the police, sir.
Me? Report Deo? Why don't you do it seeing that you feel so strongly about it?
Because I think that reporting it in your capacity as the headmaster would make police act more seriously and swiftly.
How many times must I tell you that I have too many things to do without getting involved in children's domestic situations?
Well, I think that the school should help Damali.
And I am saying that I do not have time for it.
Well, maybe you share Deo's view that corporal punishment is okay.
And what is that supposed to mean? What are you insinuating?
These are not insinuations, sir. You beat the children the other day and you didn't see a problem with it. Deo batters his daughter and you don't seem to see a problem with it.
Well, if you are so bitter with the way I discipline these children, why don't you open up a case with the police?
Maybe I should just inform the Ministry of Education about your stand on corporal punishment.
Now look at this fool here. Who do you think you are, Pamela? How dare you talk to me like that?
Because I think...
Just spare me your thoughts and get out of my face. And for all I care, get out of my school if you have a problem with my methods.
But headmaster, sir...
Get out and do not bother to come back. I am the boss here. I am going to inform the Minister of Education. Now go and inform them, you big-headed imbecile.
Did you just call me an imbecile?
Just go. Busy embarrassing my school. Go and do not step on my school compound again.
Now where has Joanne gone?
Is that you, Mama Sam? I'm just doing dishes behind here. Let me come. Oh my. These are such beautiful baskets, Mama Sam. Look at this one.
Thank you, Joanne. Do you like them?
I like the variety. In fact, I will take some from all the sizes.
Really?
Yes. I will use these small ones for toothpicks and salt shakers. I will use these ones for fruits and tomatoes. And these large ones for plates and cups.
Oh, I'm glad you like them, Joanne.
You're such a genius at these baskets, Mama Sam. Here, have your money. I don't like debts.
Oh my, how I wish every customer were like you, Joanne. We are so short of cash at home.
Well, that will change soon enough. I hear the fish business that our husbands are doing together is going great.
That's not what I hear from Peter. He's always telling me fish are few, profits are down.
He's just saying that so he can surprise you one day.
Really? The way my Peter talks is all gloom and doom.
Well, my John says business has never been better.
Sure?
And the best part is he has more time than ever.
What do you mean?
I mean, the boat is fast with that new engine, so he doesn't waste time on the lake. He is back for his breakfast. He rests, and then we have lunch here together before he helps me around the restaurant.
I see.
You worry too much, Mama Sam. Our husbands are paying Blasio's loan faster than they had thought, and they even have some extra cash left.
Cash? Really?
It was tough being a fisherman's wife and eating gin nuts for sauce every day because everything was sold off for the money. Those 3 fish they carry every day really help.
He even comes back with 3 fish every day? Interesting.
You should be thankful for small mercies.
Maybe I should be. Although, I'm interested to know why John comes to you for breakfast and my Peter comes back home late in the afternoon, sometimes for just an hour before heading back to the lake.
Is it?
Yes.
I can't speak for your husband.
And I'm wondering why I don't see these 3 fish that you say John always brings.
You mean he doesn't bring 3 fish for you?
Not at all.
Maybe John gets a bigger share. I will ask him about it.
Wow, your calves have grown, blessing. How old are they?
Oh, please. They have grown, but they are such work. They are 5 months now.
5 months already. And you seem to be enjoying every bit of it.
Oh, enjoying? Well, I'm just relieved that this one is now fine. I was so worried because it was not suckling for 2 days. So how is your bra business, Peace? Have you shopped for some more?
Not yet. I haven't carried them today.
Now you're not taking that business seriously already.
Well,
you sound down today. Are you fine?
It's the reason I've come to see you, Blessing.
What is it, Peace?
It's Dale.
What has he done again, that good-for-nothing dog?
He beat Damali so badly. She even missed the MDD competitions.
That answers it. I feared the worst. Joy told me that Damali did not go for the competitions.
That was it. He beat her for running away. He has taken her out of school, and he insists on marrying her off.
You know what, Peace? Let's go to the authorities now. This kind of nonsense from Deo needs to stop. I'm not even going to bathe. What are we waiting for, Peace? Are you going to simply look on as Deo kills the girl?
Wait, Blessing.
Wait for what, Peace?
Blessing, I want to make sure that whichever approach I take will stop this madness for good.
Come on, Peace. Marrying off an underage girl is criminal. Police will arrest him immediately.
You don't know Deo. He will elude the police.
On such a case, he can't.
First of all, Deo will deny everything. In fact, he'll be the one to ask the police to show him evidence that he has such bogus plans. This will mean more torture for me and Damali thereafter.
Oh, Peace, you really need to think of something fast.
I know. I'm going to need very good evidence that will pin him. Just give me some time.
Who is there? Come in.
I thought something bad had happened to you, Robert.
Why, Pamela?
Because I did not find you at the petrol station. You're so late today, sweetheart.
I overslept. And what about you? You should be at school, shouldn't you?
I've thrown in the towel.
What?
Yes, Robert, I have resigned.
Why?
That headmaster, what a jerk. He backed at me and told me never to bother going back to his school.
You must have done something to spark off that.
It was about Damali, Deo's daughter. Deo beat up Damali so badly.
And?
I asked the headmaster to intervene and speak to Deo.
And the headmaster said no, of course?
Yes, you should see the kid, Robert. Her eye was bruised. She couldn't even come and perform in the MDD competition.
I know that's bad. But how did you get into the headmaster's bad books?
Because he has done nothing about Damali. The headmaster doesn't care. He's happy to leave Damali to be bullied and beaten by her father and taken out of school.
Look, it's bad, Pamela. But you're not teaching? That's not helping anybody. I mean, the headmaster kicked you out of school. What does that mean? Don't bother coming back. I don't understand.
I told him he didn't care about Damali being beaten. In the same way, he condones corporal punishment.
You told him that?
I did.
What? Now I understand why he reacted like that.
The headmaster has a responsibility to stop a father beating his daughter and selling her off in marriage.
Does he?
So everybody just stands aside and watches as a young girl is beaten and forced into marriage? What kind of education is that?
You know what, Pamela? I'm not in the mood for an argument. I'm going to work.
Well, I have also resigned and I'll not have to deal with that headmaster again. I am done with teaching for good.
So you're spending here the whole day, right?
Yeah. And I want to go out this evening to dance all the teaching misery out of my system.
Really?
I am serious.
Well, on a positive side, a fun-filled evening with you would be great. You are usually up to your nose in books.
Well, I want to spend the whole night having fun with you.
I'm glad. I just wish I didn't have to go to work right now.
I'm sorry I'm late, people. Something came up.
It's okay, Uncle Solomon. We had actually just sat down.
Thank you, Tom. Yokana, can we start? We shouldn't waste any more time.
Hey, Nana is not here yet. Aren't we waiting for her?
Nana is going to be a while. I suggest we get on with it.
Yes, let's start.
This meeting today, the first of its kind, is aimed at mapping out a way forward for the family. Everyone is going to have an opportunity to speak about what you think the family should do next now that Guma is dead. I'm just married to Nana, who is Guma's cousin. But I'm happy that you have entrusted me with the responsibility of chairing this meeting. So, let's start with Yokana, our elder.
Thank you, Solomon. First, I want to say that Guma's untimely death has saddened all of us, especially people back home in the village who had not seen him for years. We want to forgive him for that neglect. My second concern is that Guma's children do not know his birthplace and their relatives. I will be making sure that as a father figure, this stops. Denzo has never known a father, so I want to teach him how to behave as a man. And Tom is too emotional for my liking, so I'll be taking him to live with me in the village.
I'm sorry, but that is not going to happen. I'm not going anywhere.
Do you see what I'm saying? The boy cannot even wait for me to finish.
I think Tom is right. The village is an alien place to him.
I am still speaking. You will get a chance to speak when your turn comes. How on earth did Guma get so blind to choose such a big-headed harlot for a wife?
Did he just call me a harlot? Did you hear that, Solomon?
No, people, this is getting out of hand. Yokana, please just continue without insulting anyone.
You know what? I cannot even listen even for 1 second to someone who calls me a harlot.
But you are a harlot. Didn't you have children before marrying my brother?
Come on, Yokana. You are just adding salt to injury.
I am telling you, Solomon, that Judith needs to be called to order. She thinks she's the queen of queens. But let me tell you, I am in charge and you are not going to boss me anymore.
And who do you think you are, Yokana? Imposing yourself on my family like that? I want you out of my home.
Your home?
Yes.
Which home? Or are you referring to my brother's house? I shall stay in my brother's house for as long as I need to put family matters in order. I am the head of this family.
I'm kindly asking you, Yokana, to take your seat.
Forget it. I am not going to sit and watch as Judith, this harlot, steal my late brother's property. I want you out of my home.
There he goes, calling me a harlot again.
Let's see what you will do about that harlot. Do not think that I cannot see that you are trying to use Tom to steal my brother's property. What kind of mother, if indeed you had Tom's interest at heart, does not discipline a child who is such an embarrassment?
I'm not stealing anyone's property. This is my late husband's and my property.
You are wrong because Guma built his wealth with the late Amelia, Tom's mother. And now you want to steal what you did not make. You're a thief.
Oh, I am a thief. And where do you come in? You did nothing for Guma, and now you're plotting to take over Guma's property. But you will not succeed with me.
Clearly, this woman is a witch as well as a thief. How can someone drop dead just like that?
Are you accusing me of killing my husband?
How else can I describe a woman who starts fighting for property even when she did not produce one child? Not even a lame one for us.
People, this is out of control and it must stop. The only thing that can sort this out is a will. Judith, where is Guma's will?
Guma didn't leave a will.
Are you kidding me?
We don't need a will. According to custom, I am the heir.
You want to steal my father's property, Uncle Yokana?
I can't believe that this is happening. Oh my God.
In fact, in the days of old, I would have taken over his wife. But I am not interested in such an insolent woman.
A stupid, old, stupid man like you. You disgust me. I can't even stand you 1 second.
It's too bad Guma had no will. This is disastrous. Judith, were you serious about Guma having no will, or was it a trick you were playing on Yokana?
Guma had no will, Solomon.
Are you serious?
I've never been more serious.
Not even with the lawyers or some friends somewhere?
I would have known about it if it were there, but I don't know of any will.
This is a recipe for disaster, Judith. With the way Yokana thinks, you can end up losing everything.
Oh, over my dead body. I'm ready to fight this battle.
The very thought of a fight is draining on the mind.
I have a right, Solomon. Guma loved me.
I do not doubt that for a second, Judith. But Yokana is a traditional man. He will not back down.
Uncle Solomon!
Hmm?
It's good I found you.
What is it, Tom?
I didn't get a chance to speak to you about Uncle Yokana.
Softer, please. We don't want him to overhear us.
I want Uncle Yokana out of this home immediately.
Tom, we have many things to sort out. Everyone is grieving. Yokana is your late father's brother, and he's a traditional man whom we can't change overnight. Telling him to leave, we can't.
Just like nobody wants to get rid of Jackson, the man who is responsible for killing my father.
I will need to have a conversation with Jackson first.
A conversation for what? What he's doing is illegal, period.
Maybe Guma reached some sort of understanding with Jackson.
My father never did anything like that. Jackson is an illegal squatter. Mother here can testify to that.
Tom is right. There was never an understanding.
All I'm saying is that we are now entering the area of law. We need proof.
Of what?
I need to talk to Jackson and report back at the next family meeting.
What family meeting?
We don't have a will, Judith. This whole messy business will drag on without a will. If Guma had left a will, we would not be having these arguments.
Yokana, has the meeting ended already?
You call it a meeting, Nana?
What happened?
How on earth did Guma live with a woman like Judith?
Why? What has she done?
The woman is insolent, disrespectful, and good for nothing.
What happened?
I was only suggesting that Denzo and Tom need a father figure, and that maybe they should stay with me for some time.
Tom would not agree to that kind of arrangement.
And he said as much. But more annoyingly, Judith felt she needed to add an aggravating voice to Tom's.
Maybe it's the grief, because Judith is a very good woman.
I can assure you that the meeting was a disaster. She accused me of wanting to steal our late husband's property.
How did it get to that?
Oh, Nana! Didn't know you were here.
Solomon should tell you how Judith insulted me.
Now, what are we going to do, Solomon?
We will have another meeting next week when things have calmed down. Has Yokana told you that there is no will, Nana?
What? Oh my God.
But why are you people very interested in a will?
Because if Guma had clearly indicated who takes what upon his death, these quarrels over who is a thief and who is entitled would not happen.
Judith is a thief.
I don't wish to hear another insult or accusation. Not from you, Yokana. Not from anybody.
That woman has no respect for anyone. I feel very sorry for my brother's sons.
Enough, Yokana. It's quite enough. It's late, Nana. We must go. Yokana, let's meet next week.
I'm just wondering whether the rift that has started between Yokana and Judith will end.
But whom should we blame in this case? Is Yokana just spoiling for a fight like Judith has suggested? Or is he genuinely frustrated about Judith not disciplining his nephew Tom?
Like we agreed last week, I think that Judith and Yokana are at loggerheads because they come from totally different backgrounds. Yokana thinks that Tom should not speak back when adults are talking. And Judith believes that children should be free to express their views.
Ooh.
On this one, however, I think that Tom should not have interrupted while Yokana was speaking because they had all been promised that they would be given a chance to speak.
Anyway, the ball is now in our listeners' court to tell us what they think about the Tom, Judith, Yokana saga.
Yes, please give us your thoughts using any of our forums, whether Facebook, Twitter, or on SMS.
But do you really think that Pamela is never going to go back to teach like she's claiming?
Oh, well, you can never tell with Pamela. She's so headstrong, she can do anything. She can decide never to step back in the school with the way the headmaster backed at her.
But that serves Pamela right. I don't like the way she wants the headmaster to do as she pleases. I know the headmaster has some not so holy motives towards her.
Yes, yeah.
But she should have some respect for him at least.
On the other hand, however, I think that Pamela is simply genuinely concerned about her children. She's just a passionate teacher.
Please, give me a break about her passionate teaching. You cannot stand in front of the headmaster and claim that you're going to report his conduct to the bosses without expecting such reprisal from him. She called for it. The headmaster had to put her in her place. We need to understand that the headmaster was embarrassed over the MDD competitions.
Well, let's see how this Pamela headmaster thing unfolds. But aren't you feeling sorry for Mama Sam? I mean, finding out that your husband is probably spending time, money, and the like on another woman other than his family?
That's the pain that relationships bring. In fact, people should know that relationships, however sweet, can turn out to be your worst nightmare ever. Knowing this will lessen the effects of betrayal that may result later. As in, you're not taken by surprise.
Meanwhile, I'm praying that something good will come out of Peace's plan. Really, someone had better put a stop on Deo's plans. And now that Pamela, who was fighting this battle, may as well be out of the picture, we really need help for Peace to fight this horrible act successfully.
You're right, and in agreement with most of our listeners. Like Agaba Donna of Kibale District, who advises that Peace should take Damali's issues to police before Deo actually marries off Damali.
Thank you so much, Donna. Justin of Mbuya, another listener of Rock Point 256, also has the same advice for Peace. She says that Peace should go to police such that the next time they go between camps, he'll get arrested.
Well, good people, it's time for us to check out. But as usual, you can send us your letters to Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, at PO Box 8734 Kampala, or send us an SMS on telephone number 0776 256 256. You can also drop your letter at this radio station.
Please join us also on Facebook or Twitter and leave a comment or a message, or send us an email at our new email address, rockpoint@cdfug.co.ug.
More importantly, if you need counseling or information concerning inheritance, early marriage, community involvement in the education of children, HIV, abstinence, family planning, pregnancy, male circumcision, alcohol abuse, violence, or other health issues, please call our hotline on telephone number 0800 200 600. For more help, visit a health facility, a school, or a local leader near you.
Yes. Rockpoint 256 is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda with support from the Democratic Governance Facility,
New Heights with clearance from Uganda AIDS Commission and funding from United States Agency for International Development, USAID,
and from Twaweza, Uganda. It takes one person to make change happen. Change ni mimi, ni wewe, ni sisi. Change is me, it's you, it's us.
Hey, someone is exposing your unborn child to HIV. Someone is possibly going to pass the virus on to your baby. This is someone you know. Someone close to your unborn child and closer to you. This person could be you.
If you are not tested for HIV, you are putting your unborn child at risk. The moment you get pregnant, go together as a couple for HIV testing and ARV treatment if positive. Attend antenatal care and plan to give birth in a health facility to guarantee that your child is born HIV negative and lives the good life. This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID. A good life starts with good health.
Rockpoint 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rockpoint 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rockpoint 256.
Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rockpoint.
Hey, discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rockpoint. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the body within you. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in decision, make